Is American soil becoming less and less American? In an ever-changing global landscape, the concept of foreign investors buying American farmland has become a topic of intense debate and fascination. Picture vast expanses of fertile fields, once the domain of many local farmers, now the property of international stakeholders seeking to capitalize on our cultural resources. It's a phenomenon that raises both concern and intrigue as it intertwines economics, food security, and the preservation of local farming traditions. Foreign investors armed with deep pockets and ambitious visions are making bold strides into the heartland of countries like the United States, acquiring vast tracts of farmland. The attraction to these investments lies in the promises of capital investments, technological advancements, and the potential for economic growth. However, as the stakes rise, so do the questions surrounding the consequences of such enterprises. What are the ramifications of foreign investors taking control of the land that sustains us? Are we witnessing an era of opportunity and progress, or are we sacrificing the heart of our agricultural heritage? The answer to these questions lies at the intersection of economic boom, food security, environmental sustainability, and the delicate balance between local liberty and international influence. Join us on this riveting journey as we navigate the landscape of ambition, innovation, and responsibility. Together, we'll explore the pathways that will lead us to a sustainable and impartial agricultural future. Let's begin with our first panelist, Genevieve, who will discuss the pros of foreign investment in American farmland.
Thank you, Catherine. Foreign investment in American farmland can have several benefits. The first being technology transfer. Foreign investors often bring new and advanced technologies along with the best practices from their home countries, which can lead to the transfer of advanced agricultural technologies and strategies to American farmland. This can enhance productivity and time efficiency in farming practices. This technology is modernizing farming. Foreign investors introduce and encourage the use of digital tools and platforms in farming operations. This can include farm management software, remote sensing abilities, and data analytics solutions, which enable farmers to make data-driven decisions to optimize their operations. An example of this is Green Eye Technologies developed in Israel. This is an artificial intelligence platform that can be uploaded to an existing sprayer and utilizes cameras to detect and kill weeds using a selective spraying system. Associated with this advanced technology comes innovation. With foreign investment, there's a potential for an increase in research and development within current agricultural technologies. Together, technology and innovation will revolutionize farming practices and improve overall productivity.
Genevieve, just how accurate is this Green Eye technology, and what if it hits the crops around it?
This system is used more for the conservation of chemicals rather than its accuracy. However, its accuracy is extremely precise, coming within an inch or two of the targeted plant.
Thank you, Genevieve, for discussing the potential benefits. Now, let's hear from our second panelist, Rendon, who will discuss the cons of foreign investment in American farmland.
Thank you, Catherine. While there are potential benefits, there are also concerns associated with foreign investment in American farmland. First, it can lead to a loss of control over agricultural resources. Land is agriculture's largest and most sacred resource. When foreign investors acquire large amounts of farmland, there is a risk that decisions regarding land use, production methods, and distribution may prioritize the interests of foreign investors over those of local farmers. As of 2021, approximately 40 million acres of American farmland are owned by foreign entities. Second, there may be environmental and food security concerns. Many foreign investors will exclusively sell crops grown on foreign-owned land to buyers outside the U.S. These foreign investors may also have different agricultural practices, potentially leading to the exploitation of resources or disregard the sustainable practices currently set in place. This will impact local ecosystems, compromise food security, and decrease the efficiency of land by implementing these non-sustainable farming practices. And third, these foreign investors are changing what land is being used for. The Center for Strategic and International Studies says that Canadian investors hold the largest portion of foreign-owned land at 31%. Many of these foreign investors are turning generational farmers' cropland into solar or wind farms. Without the interference of foreign investors, many generational farmers have found success in their land. Did you know, if you buy a watermelon at a Walmart in Texas, it was likely grown by Jack Wallace, who was a third-generation farmer in Edinburgh, Texas. Mr. Wallace also contracts potatoes to the Lay's factory. With foreign investors, will we have local farmers selling their goods to major corporations, or we have solar farms in their place?
I understand your argument, however, why is developing land to produce clean energy a bad thing?
We have to look at it from a different perspective. Producing clean energy is not a negative thing at all. But once you install solar panels over top of farmland, it is extremely difficult to reclaim that land for crops.
Thank you, Brandon, for discussing the potential drawbacks. Now let's hear from our third panelist, Maren, who will discuss the potential and increased job availability through foreign-owned land.
Thank you, Catherine. While I understand your concern about foreign investment, it's crucial to examine the benefits. Many of these investors may expand existing farming operations or establish new ones. As farms grow in size, so does the demand and labor among various spectrums. Many of these investors have little connection to the agricultural industry. The presence of foreign investors purchasing farmland will stimulate growth to the agribusinesses services if they decide to keep the land in agricultural use. These services include job opportunities such as farm management, agricultural consulting, logistics, marketing, and equipment manufacturing. These services are known to cater to the needs of large-scale farming operations and increase availability and employment opportunities. In addition to service jobs, the development of farmland will result in an increase in infrastructure. Whether or not they're using the land for agricultural purposes as they begin to develop the land, there will be an increase in facility projects, overall resulting in an increase in job opportunities. For example, as of March 16, 2023, there are 42,363 people employed in the solar farm developers industry in the United States. This is a fast-growing industry that can benefit millions of households across the country.
Maren, don't local farmers already employ people to work their land? How much of a difference would developing the land really make?
Solar farms are relatively low maintenance as far as field work, but they create dozens of jobs such as electrical engineering, accounting, and business relations.
Thank you, Maren, for discussing the importance of employment access. Finally, let's hear from our fourth panelist, Trey, who will discuss the importance of community engagement and the impact on local farms.
Thank you, Catherine. Foreign investment in American farmland requires careful consideration of its impact on rural communities. It is vital to engage local stakeholders, including farmers, community leaders, and residents in decision-making processes. Foreign investment can result in a decrease in the number of family-owned and operated farms, impacting the fabric of rural communities. Being a generational farmer myself, it is imperative the livelihood of local farmers are taken into consideration. The worry that first comes to mind is competition for land. Many farmers lease land from local landowners. If this land is acquired by investors, it will not readily be available for farmers like myself to grow crops on. As Catherine said, these investors have incredibly deep pockets. This will result in an increased cost and more competition for land. According to the Texas Real Estate Research Center, average cropland value in Texas has been on a steady upward trajectory and has nearly tripled since 2009. In 2009, the average cropland value was $2,640 per acre. By 2022, the total value has risen to over $6,050 per acre. These prices will soon become unmanageable for small rural farms, and in return, we will simply have nowhere to grow our crops. Additionally, when foreign investors enter the agriculture industry, they cause an impact on marketing dynamics by producing and exporting additional crops and goods. This can impact local farmers who rely on selling their produce locally, potentially leading to decreased demand and lower prices for their products, pushing more and more farmers into financial distress, and even worse, extinction. Can you imagine Texas without fields of corn, wheat, cotton, and sunflowers? I, for one, cannot.
Trey, don't some foreign investors help farmers acquire contracts with large corporations? And if that's true, then why would farmers still need to rely on local market stability?
Whether or not a farmer relies on a local market varies based on what they are growing. Many farmers grow crops such as corn, wheat, cotton, sunflowers, and other large-scale crops that are sold to corporations without the help of foreign investors. And those who grow the typical farmers market vegetables would greatly suffer under the direction of foreign investors.
Thank you, Trey, for discussing the importance of community engagement and the impact on local farms. We have now heard the diverse perspectives of the pros and cons of foreign investment in American farmland. In summary, foreign investors bring several benefits to a country, including increased technological advancements and innovations. Foreign investment in agriculture can cause an increase in economic growth by injecting capital in local industries, creating jobs, and stimulating overall economic activity. However, there are also drawbacks associated with foreign investment. One concern is the potential control and resources by foreign entities, which can lead to exploitation or unequal distribution of our assets. Additionally, foreign investment in agriculture can cause a displacement in local farms, as large-scale commercial operations may outcompete small-scale traditional farming practices. It's crucial to strike a balance between reaping the benefits of foreign investment and safeguarding our local interests and resources. It's clear this topic requires thoughtful examination and careful consideration. We encourage further dialogue and engagement to find solutions that both support agricultural development and the well-being of our communities. This ends our discussion for today. Thank you to our panelists for sharing their insights, and thank you to our audience for joining us.